taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. From the gun, the running back has it. Wide open spaces. There he goes. At the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying to run, it's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. This is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Play action on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback side. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, return the football.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Collins. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Syracuse will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give is to Williams. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To throw, it's Daniels. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
The defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping to throw and getting the pick.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Syracuse.
Ready to fire from the pistol.
Here we go, here we go.
Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And toss. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. But you do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the pass is incomplete. Jars loose by the hit.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game scoreless.
The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Collins. He'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's James. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gill. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And I love the defense here, playing downhill, playing fast, understanding it's 3rd and goal. I don't have as much space behind me. I can be more aggressive on that touch pass. They come up, they set the edge, they make the big tackle.
4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Touchdown, Orange! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll leave it with him. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And a lot of times you want those big plays, you want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air, it's Daniels. Under fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cuse.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Pickett. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Jayhawks can really attack on this second and short. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Smashes ahead. Just dismissing tackles. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And on second down for this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rock-Chalk Jayhawk.
Number 6.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. BYU was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Collins. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on 1st down. Under fire. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. It's James. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Kansas.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Syracuse 14, Kansas 7.
The Jayhawks will line up to kick off and start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Starting this third quarter on the ground. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
That last play is the epitome of why you have to have a short-term memory. Just forget about that one. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Collins. Going over the top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Orange will have to punt.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. He leaves it with his back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pressure coming, looking deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Powers through. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Collins. Here's a heat. With the catch, it's James. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, going up top. The short hands, it's Gibb. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
They finally get him, RD. Goodness gracious. You can see the quarterback broke not 1, 2 tackles. He scrambles outside the pocket. What do you have to do? Just keep chasing, right? Relentless effort. Finally get the QB outside the pocket and get him on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Did some work on the return. They mark him out of bounds right at the 20.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's got it. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. He's got him. They will score. Touchdown, Orange. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll run it from the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Henderson. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
He'll keep it himself. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style.
The end of the 3rd quarter with the score: Syracuse 28, Kansas 7.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Oh, it's out! That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the... It's a seam wide open! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
They're going to ride this running back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna run it. It's James. This time he'll be stopped behind the line, and they'll pretty much give back what they just gained.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. Running to the left. Hard running there. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Cuse. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. A little screen to the running back. Fighting off the defender. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.